Hi everyone, welcome to another Mindset Moments with Mo. On today, I want to talk about imagination. So as you know, I'm reading Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, and I'm on the chapter about imagination. And so I kind of like to discuss what I'm reading and kind of go through it as I understand it. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So I'm just going to read something real quick from Think and Grow Rich. So, man's only limitation within reason lies in his development and use of his imagination. He has not yet reached the apex of development in the use of his imaginative faculty. He has merely discovered that he has an imagination, has commenced to use it in a very elementary way. So, one of the things I've learned through reading this chapter is that there's two types of imagination. There's synthetic imagination, which is more based on our senses, on things you can see, touch, feel, that type of thing. So your synthetic imagination is based on things that already exist in the physical realm. That's not a creative imagination at all. So the second is creative imagination. Now, this is just based on our intuition, gut feelings, instincts, that type of thing. So when we use our creative imagination, that is when we are creating with our mind. We are creating things that we want to develop and bring into the physical. And when we are using our synthetic, we are already using, when we are using our synthetic imagination, we are already imagining things that exist. So it's not as fun, it's not playful, it's not as imaginative, really. So when we can create anything with our minds, anything at all. There are no limits to our imagination when we are using our creative imagination. The only limits we have are the ones we set on ourselves. So we're kind of, when we're children, it's much easier to use our imagination because our paradigms haven't been fully set. They aren't determined fully. So it becomes much easier to use your imagination because you're less inhibited. You're more free. You're more carefree when you're a child. So one of the things that we need to do is exercise our creative imagination. So what does that mean? How do we exercise it? Well, this is where you need to remember to dream. Dream big. Dream ridiculous. Dream absurdity. Dream it. Just dream it. And it's important to actually take time out of your day, and as silly as it may seem, to sit there and just dream. Just dream, just fantasize, just picture, like anything you can imagine with your mind can be brought to the physical realm. That is the thing that needs to be remembered about using your creative imagination. And your creative imagination is more geared towards how it makes you feel and less about your senses and less about the input, right? So it's important to take time to dream and to create with your imagination. It's important to have those, to take that time and focus on those feelings and emotions. It's always about feelings and emotions, and it's always about just putting zero limits on your dreaming. So I hope that this has provided value for you and that it helps you to remember to dream, because if you don't use your creative imagination, you can lose it. So it can become weak. Your imagination can become weak through inaction. So remember to always use your creative imagination or lose it.